Now, tens of thousands of us are on the move, driving, flying, sailing home for Christmas. Those due here from the shuttered Holyhead are being offered alternative sailings, and Dublin Airport is about halfway through its busiest day with 93,000 passengers expected. But the DAA, which operates the airport, says the numbers travelling are down due to the passenger cap. Graham McQueen is Media Relations Officer with the DAA.
Yeah, so look, it's a busy Christmas. We'll have about 1.4 million people will have gone through our doors by the time Christmas is over. That is down a bit on last year. We're down about 90,000 passengers based on last year. That's simply because of the passenger cap. Airlines normally at this time of the year would add lots of ad hoc Christmas flights to bring people home, get people where they want to get to, but they can't do that this year because of the cap. And look, that's the reality of having a passenger cap. Demand is really, really high to fly in and out of Dublin Airport. We connect Ireland with the world, so as long as you've got a cap, supply is going to be constrained, and unfortunately that's going to mean higher prices going forward as well.
Graham McQueen there, Media Relations Officer with the DAA. And for more on this, we're joined by Eoghan Corry of Travel Extra. Eoghan, a busy day for travellers today.
A very busy day, as Graham says. We'd expect to be up to 3% in line with international standards. We're actually down 7% passengers going through the airport. Bit of a diversion of people going through Belfast, but quite interesting. The first of the £500 one-way flights from Ryanair. We see three of those today, and three more tomorrow at that
£500
So prices,
one way.
£500 one way from London to Dublin. That is the level of, what the impact, the real impact on the pockets that the traffic cap has had, the passenger cap at Dublin Airport.
And in relation to that cap, which Graham McQueen addressed now, they have also confirmed today that they have lodged a new application to increase the passenger cap from 32 million passengers a year to 36 million. There's also another application there for 40 million. Where do you see this going, or how quickly might this get resolved?
The 40 million is very likely to get caught up in a planning process with appeals, Board Planola and then court appeals. So there is a real dilemma there that could run into 2-3 million. So what Dublin Airport have done is put an operational application in for 36 million. It means nothing is going to be built for that. It just means we need to look at this passenger cap, which was imposed because of capacity on the M50 back in 2006 when passenger numbers were reaching 20 million. 32 million looked a long way off at that stage. It does give an option to keep the process and keep the decision in the planning process without landing in the legal forum, which it has already landed with a court case dealing with the summer capacity restrictions of next year, and the political process all to play for there because the new government is being formed.
And for people travelling by ferry on, that situation at Holyhead continues to be a problem, especially if Dublin can't accommodate any more flights. What other alternatives are there?
Yeah, we're looking at 90,000 fewer going through Dublin, but we're also looking at 140,000 looking for alternative methods of getting to and from the island. Ferry passengers quite different from air passengers. The air isn't an option for a lot of them. There's a lot of presents being brought in the boots of those cars and families travelling. Little bit of good news, Irish Ferries last night, they've put the Isle of Innish free, very big for passengers. It's about 1,850 passengers can use that, and it's a direct Dublin to Fishguard service instead of going from Rosslare. It doesn't have the same car capacity. It's about 40% of the lane that the Ulysses, which is really the ship that we're missing most on the Dublin to Holyhead route. Irish Ferries have also been redeploying, and there is this option for passengers and for people to rebook free of charge on one of the alternative routes. The one with the most capacity is the one up through the north, through Belfast to Cairnryan. Okay. But it's a bit of an inconvenience for everyone who has been hit by the closure of Holyhead.
That was Eoghan Corry of Travel Extra. And just to let